If you've been feeling overwhelmed, I suggest you watch this video till the end because I'm gonna try and help you out. So, I'm sure all of you have felt like this at some point and you just woke up and felt like doing absolutely nothing. Like you stare at your ceiling and go, I don't feel like doing absolutely anything. Like, I have no energy or anything. I'm just demotivated, lack any sort of drive to do this stuff. And if you're wondering why that is, it's because one thing that we've changed a lot on, like if you compare ourselves to previous years, and by that I mean like before internet, we've just been non-stop filling ourselves like with crap. Like, yes, it's good to have fun from time to time, but you know, boredom is also essential and we don't get bored. And the boredom that we get is from doing fun things. So like being able to just watch TikTok or Instagram Reels and just scroll and get that hit of dopamine, eventually it just, instead of just becoming fun, it becomes like this feeling of overwhelmedness, and like you feel worse than you did before you even started watching those stuff. You feel unsatisfied, like you've wasted a lot of time of your day, and it's not a good feeling, man. So like you wake up and you're like feeling like it's another day that just began and it's gonna be exactly the same as the previous one. I've done nothing. I've got this due tomorrow and I'm just here being lazy and procrastinating because I just can't get my stuff together. And I get it. I really feel all of you who went for this. I feel you because I'm like this myself and I'm trying to improve on it. Like, I tend to procrastinate way too much. In fact, I'm Mr. Procrastinator myself. Like, that word is literally destined towards me. That's how I feel like. But is it really my fault? Or is it because the world is full of stimulations and just things that get us the dopamine that we need to keep going? I feel like we don't need that much dopamine even. Like, heck, we get so much dopamine from these like fast sources. It's like fast food, you know? You have a burger, it's fine. Once a month of McDonald's can't hurt. Maybe once every 2 months is okay-ish. But when you start having it like every other day, that's when it feels like it's taking an opposite effect upon you. It's becoming something negative. So there's obviously a limit to everything, and there's also a limit to the fun. And the sooner you realize that like I should stop watching videos, consuming content, playing video games, and like focusing on tasks, because even though it's really hard to start because you just can't seem to wrap your head around it, like doing actual work gives me dopamine as well. Like, what? That's an actual thing? Well, believe it or not, it does. And you do feel fulfilled after you do something, like a hard task. But most of us, we just feel like we just want to skip past the whole work bit and have it done. And that's where we get everything wrong. This is why we feel so overwhelmed, because we don't do the hard part. And when our lives don't have a challenge, and when we don't experience hardships and like difficulties, and when we just are used to having it all like by our disposal, having a phone next to us to have fun content to watch at any given time, that's why we feel so drained from everything, from life. We just don't know. Like, our brain like can't even perceive the fact that there's other ways of having fun. And yeah, this is honestly why you're feeling overwhelmed and tired all the time, because you don't do work. So by not doing work and filling yourself with other dopamine-filled activities, you get even more tired than from actual real work. So yeah, that's just a quick suggestion. Try to get a notebook, maybe write down some habits that you've got, some pretty bad habits. I do this a lot, I do that. And maybe try to like work towards improving those habits and Maybe write down also goals and accomplishments that you want to have done by like this week, this month, maybe this whole year, and start working gradually like your way towards that goal. And trust me, you'll feel so much better with your life. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you got any suggestions for a future video of mine, feel free to let me know down in the comments below. I make sure to read as many as possible, and I'll see you all later.